Hola, muy buenas tardes, Doctor Castillo, aquí otra vez en la oficina enseñando inglés. Antes, ojalá recuerdas un video de Contractions y antes tuvimos ese tipo de cosas, ese tipo de frase. Aquí significa I am, yo soy. Vamos a cambiar, vamos a aprender otro estilo de esa frase, right? So este es singular, pero vamos a aprender plural, so más de una persona. So I'm going to switch to English, vamos a cambiar a inglés. If you remember, we learned how to change I am to I'm, and we used the apostrophe right here. So now we're going to look at plural forms of changing words, right? So these mean the same. Los dos son los mismos, right? That means that. It's the same, all right? So let's erase this here. And now we're going to move into some plural. So the first one we can do is you are. And the way that we can do that, right, is we can go you, your. That's how you say it, your. Kind of weird. So what we do is we take, if you can take a look, we take the U and then we take the R and the E and we put them together, juntos. And then we put a little apostrophe right here to combine the words, and now it's the same. So you are is the same as your, right? So the main reason you want to know this is because in conversation, when you're listening, you'll hear this more often, right? This is more like informal when you're just talking with people. I just said it right then. When you are, right? When you are talking with people, I don't take time to separate my words. I don't go you are. I go when you're talking to people, right? So I just used it in a sentence. That way you can listen in on conversations and you know exactly what they're talking about. And I just did another one. Let's do that one. I'll do that one next. What they're talking about. They are equals there. They are. That's how you combine the words. So they are, combine the they and the RE. Put that little apostrophe in there. That's if you're writing it down on paper. You want to know where that apostrophe goes when you're writing a sentence. But if you're not writing and you don't want to learn, that's okay. Just know that the apostrophe goes in there, all right? So you can see it, so you can recognize that. Next one. Hopefully you can see that. It says we are. And the way to combine that with a contraction is we find that you take the WE and the RE and we just put them together. We put them together. And then we put the little apostrophe in the middle there. That's how we signify a contraction. Next, we can go in the negative form. Right? These are positive forms because we're not using the word not, N-O-T. I'll write these down in the comments below so you have them and you can write them in your notebook. Next one we're going to do you are not is igual de, well, you can probably guess now that we just went over that. You're not. All right, we keep that the same. We don't do anything special with that. But the key contraction that we use is this. You are is your. And then we can do we are not. We are not equals we are not. Same thing. And lastly, they are not, es igual de, I'm gonna need some new markers. All these lessons. So now we did a different form. Instead of the positive form, we did the negative plural form. Negative just means that we use the word not, N-O-T. So once again, you are not equals you are not. See how you can say it a little bit faster? And in conversation, it's a lot easier to say this, you are not, use the contraction, than to actually break up your phrase and say, you are not going to, or whatever you're going to say. Next, we are not equals we're not. They are not equals they're not. So hopefully you guys learned a little bit about contractions. Hopefully you're able to maybe even review the previous video that we did on contractions, where we just talked about like a singular form, just one thing, like I am not, or you are, or you're, right? So working from being able to differentiate between singular contractions and plural is going to help you with your conversation, right? Conversation at home, conversation at work, conversation at the grocery store, wherever you're going, to make your lives easier. So once again, Dr. Castillo here at the clinic. If you have any questions, feel free to comment below, and I am definitely open for suggestions. But if I don't get any, I'm just going to keep going and keep teaching. Have a great day, guys.